I'm Sheila, and this is Michael. In the fall of 2022, we decided to head off on our first bikepacking trip ever. We had a decent amount of experience bike touring on a variety of terrains, but had spent next to no time on single track or otherwise technical routes. And certainly not with a whole bunch of touring gear strapped to our bikes. How will our first bikepacking adventure go? Let's find out. We board a train to Hamilton, Ontario, where our journey will begin. From here, it's just a quick ride to connect to the Grand Nith Ramble route, otherwise known as the GNR, that we plan to follow.
Is this the start?
Unfortunately, what we didn't foresee is that we managed to drop ourselves at what may very well be the most challenging and technical stretch of the 370-kilometer loop.
You didn't want to ride down that?
Not on the first day.
There are some pretty route-heavy sections, and I'm just not confident enough on them yet. So I think I'd actually do okay with them without my bike fully loaded, but with my pennies and everything, hopefully this will be a crash course and I'll feel more confident by the end of these few days. But hopefully I don't actually crash.
It's not the smoothest start to our adventure, but we soon find ourselves on some more familiar dirt and gravel. It's a misty day. The raincoats go on, they come off, they go on, they come off. But before long, we have successfully made it through our first day of bikepacking and set up camp for the night. Good morning! We just had the best sleep at the Heart's Content farm stay, organic farm stay. It's owned by this couple and they are so sweet. We have a nice little picnic table, an umbrella, and a grill, and they brought us fresh eggs, organic fresh eggs from their farm. I am allergic to eggs, so Michael will eat all the eggs for us. But still, it was so sweet of them. Such a great stay. Gonna get ourselves fueled up with some coffee and eggs and granola and get back on those trails. The fine folks at Wendy's let us refill our water bottles, and also we got fries. Nice little hit of salt and some carbs, fueling us up for the day.
Oh yeah.
Our second day treats us to a few smoother roads. Of course, with some single track woven in to keep us on our toes. Although progress is slow, we're feeling a tad more comfortable winding our way through the narrow forest trails. But the occasional walking break is still in order.
For dinner this evening, we are having a very lazy and easy chickpea korma with green beans and cauliflower.
And couscous.
And couscous, which,
You can make it with cold water,
yeah, you can make with cold water.
so you don't have to waste gas on it.
You just put it in a container for 15 minutes, and now with water, and now we have couscous without even heating it. Not bad for a cheap, easy meal. If you haven't been camping in Ontario, one of the challenges I find is the pricing. So when I bike toured in Europe, most of the camps would be 15, 20, maybe 25 bucks Canadian. Here you can sometimes find those kinds of mom and pop are like individual campsites that are less expensive, but most of the big Ontario campsites or campsites like this that are conservation areas are a lot more expensive. This one is $60 for 2 people, 1 tent, whereas again in Europe for 1 person, 1 tent, it's a lot less expensive. But you do get good amenities like being able to have a shower and brush your teeth in a sink and all that kind of good stuff. So definitely worth it to freshen up every once in a while, but a lot pricier.
We're back on the road.
It's sunny today!
This time we get to enjoy the sunshine and peaceful country roads we could cruise along forever. Until...
It says bridge closed. Do we listen to it or not is the question.
I think we try our luck.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm feeling lucky.
Okay.
It doesn't look that close to me, but it could crumble as soon as we step foot on it.
Say it ain't so.
Seems solid.
Okay.
All right.
He made it! I think based on the fact that there is a clear opening here that pedestrians and cyclists can fit through, that we're probably okay to go. And I will say, I do get a little bit of joy in those moments where cars can't go, but we can.
Good job, honey.
After a busy day of riding, it's time for a refuel.
Today's lunch from our trusty Sobeys here is a whole grain wrap with hummus and turkey and pea shoots. Oh, that's good.
Good stuff.
Good combo.
We take a slight detour from the GNR route to make our way to a campsite in the Laurelwood Conservation Area and snuggle in for the night. We awake by the lake and wave goodbye to our new friend we met at our campground. We spend the day winding our way amongst the thick forest. I'm starting to see why people love bikepacking and mountain biking so much. Being singularly focused on making your way along the windy path in front of you is incredibly peaceful. You can't help but feel present and connected to the world around you as you meet friendly critters and feel the plant life brush against your skin. Off-road riding is swiftly making a convert out of me. Just as we're beginning to fall in love with bikepacking, we arrive at the notorious Lafarge Trail. It's an incredible resource for hikers and bikers, but our route notes tell us it's often hit pretty hard with water damage. We soon discover that isn't the only challenge it might have in store. But after the last few days, this little hiccup is nothing we can't handle. The next morning, we stop at a roadside fruit stall to grab a couple local peaches.
So juicy.
And embark on our last riding day. For our final test, the route notes describe the upcoming stretch as weedy. And well...
What do you think?
as weedy as described.
Our final challenge behind us, we finish off the Grand Nith Ramble route and prepare to head home. It may not have always been perfectly executed, but we're proud of how far we've come on the trails this last week. We have no doubt another bikepacking adventure is on the horizon.